There we are. Hello and welcome. So today's edition is the intro session of the Magnetic Life Mapper. And I'm sure your first question is, wait a minute, why does the screen say Big Life Vision Creator? This is step one to really being able to just understand the foundational information that's needed to be able to tackle that giant life map that's been shared with you. This is kind of breaking down your vision into small little chunks so that it can be attainable and get you off to a really great start using the Magnetic Life Map. So the whole premise of this is teaching you how to be the creator of your own map using your own compass. So I'm Michelle. I am a Crystal Reiki Master, a health and vitality coach, an intuitive guide and healer, and certified with conscious education. I have combined my last 20 years of energy healing, human development, and structural design into energy transformation programs. And with all of that, I put it all together into a really user-friendly tool that's a little bit of a workbook and a guide for you as well. Really, I want to make sure that everybody is able to live a state of creative vitality, which I define as being in a state of being the predominant creative force in your life, feeling alive, healthy, and capable, really living a life you fully love. At the end of this, I will open up to any questions that you may have. But for the next little bit, I'm just going to be your guide as I show you the processes that will help you tap into all levels of your consciousness and inspire you to create true end results from a place of true choice. The magic of creation can be very real when all levels of your consciousness know your wishes and can work in harmony to create them. And just like Google Maps has that beautiful pin that sticks in somewhere where we say that we want to go, and then it gives you a plethora of options for how to get there. Do you want to go the fastest way? Do you want to go the scenic way? Do you want to walk? Do you want to take transit? But ultimately, the pin is where we want to really define, right? Really be telling our GPS systems of where we want to go. Even if the path can be a little skewed as we get there, leading up these small little steps help make that path easier in those small little steps that we take each day in our life as well. So I want you to live a life you truly love. Stumbling over that one. To live a life you truly love, you must first create a map of true choices that will inspire and guide you. So the beauty of this system is this is just a shell and an outline, and really it's for you to fill it in for what your true choices are. First thing that I want to express to everyone, everywhere, is that you are not broken. You can be anything you want to be right now. To truly manifest your heart's desire, you must be able to live from an identity that today and tomorrow are the same. And we're going to go through that a little bit more in the coming slides. And as you work with your coach, you'll be going into these kind of things deeper as well. We're going to look at discovering what a true choice is, really bringing yourself in alignment with your vision and purpose so that your true end results can move forward with clarity and confidence. And we want to explore your Big Life Vision Bucket List Generator. I believe this is the easiest tool to really help you understand what is a life you want to love. I know, coming from my own personal experience, when I started my journey of true choice, I was still choosing from a place of my ego, of choices that I thought I should be making. And when I say think I should be making, based on a lot of old programming that I had from my family dynamic, of my peer group, of a career that I was an expert in my field. And so this bucket list generator was the craziest tool for me to explore, because after I filled out all of these things I said I wanted to do for the next 10 years and looked at the life I was living today, it was very odd to see how was I going to get to do all of these things from the place of where I was at. Right? And the choices I was making each day weren't leading me in that direction either. So those are the things we're going to cover today, and really starting with what it means to manifest your true heart's desire. You must be able to live from a place that today and tomorrow are the same. I've got this diagram for you here at the bottom, and a lot of us are living from a place of fixing ourselves. We've been led to believe that we are broken or not whole or complete, and that we have all of these things that we need to do to be able to have a better life. For myself, where I was coming from is I have a background in anger. I was a very, very angry person. And as I was blasting out my anger energy to everybody, people would tell me that I needed to go seek counseling, and I needed to find solutions, and I needed to, go and do all of these things, instead of teaching me that I just needed to find myself, that I needed to come into a place and understand what was this anger showing me. Because our emotions really do have a lot of communication for them. Our emotions, in my opinion, have been taught to us over the years to be afraid of, not a tool to utilize, that we should douse our anger instead of identifying our anger, for understanding what boundary is it that this anger is showing us that we are crossing or somebody else is crossing for us. Our sadness, where does our sadness come from? Is it from a place of a past or a future or a lack? And so really being able to find a place where we can look at our current reality in comparison to our future reality, so that we can really come to this point where we can see ourselves as whole and complete right now, accepting ourselves for living a journey that has so many beautiful lessons behind it, even the things that feel painful. So this neat little diagram here shows you that here's your current identity a lot of us live in, that today's no good, we're unsatisfied, we're frustrated, we're living in scarcity, we don't have enough, right? Today is just no good. And if we go and do all of these things and try really hard and fix these things, then tomorrow will be better. And when we get to tomorrow, we will be satisfied, happy, abundant, we'll have enough, and everything will be great. The problem with this paradigm is that if this is who we are today, this person that doesn't believe that we're enough, that doesn't believe that we're whole and capable just as we are, then what happens even today? I do all this work to fix myself. Now I show up to these seminars, I use my mapper, I do all these things, and I'm still feeling like I'm this person. What happens when I wake up tomorrow or 3 months from now? I'm still holding on to this identity of not being enough. So this is where we really need to start. We really need to start with our current reality and understanding that no matter what we magnetically pull into our environment, that we are whole and complete and beautiful and capable and healthy just as we are today. And then that way, when we wake up tomorrow, we're still in this state. My best example for this is $1 million. If you were to ask somebody, I want to make $1 million, and they said, why? Well, because then I could pay off my debt and I could finally travel and I could go do all of these things, right? When they get that $1 million, they're still going to find all of these things that need to be fixed and not enough for this million, right? There's still going to be this tether and tie. It's not from a place of true choice, true desire, true love. If I said I want $1 million and somebody said, why? And I said, because could you imagine how amazing that would be to see $1 million in your bank? Period.
Yeah.
Nothing else, right? Just pure love, pure excitement, pure joy. Whether it's today or tomorrow, that $1 million comes, the root of it is just to see it, to feel it, to experience it, not to be something else with it. So this is the journey that magnetic method puts you on. And it's so incredible when you really start putting yourself into a place of understanding, how do you get there without fixing yourself? How? We start with the core four. And your coach will be working with you on these things for sure. These are the core four that if you were to dig these down deep, so from a coaching background, when we start working with a new client, in the past, I've been taught to get to the why under the why, right? Somebody will say, I want to be healthy. And you're like, why? Well, because I'm tired of not fitting in my clothes, because I want to go climb a mountain. So you dig and dig and dig all the way to the bottom of the whys and the whys until the whys stop. These core 4 choices, there's nothing under them other than just pure joy, pure love, pure because, period. Right? So these come from the Magnetic Mind Method, from Conscious Education. I choose to be the predominant creative force in my life. I believe this one needs to be the first one. If you do not understand that you are in control of your own life, that you are in the driver's seat of making the decisions, of choosing your thoughts, feelings, actions, and beliefs, then the rest of it won't work. You need to take the driver's seat and become the predominant creative force in your life. Choose to be that every day. Choose to hold yourself accountable for being in control of your life. The next is I choose to love my life. Just love it every day. Love the sadness, love the anger, love the heartbreak. It sounds crazy to hear those things, but there is so many lessons to be learned. And that is the base of our experience as this human being, is to experience life. All of it, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, the lights, the darks, the polarity of life is where we get to experience. Without sadness, we can't understand joy. Without pain, we can't understand happiness, right? Those polarities are important pieces. But a lot of us have been taught, especially in our younger days. I work in childcare. That's my expert of my past reality, my past field. And you would not believe how many children hurt themselves. And an educator will go up to them and say, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. Stop crying, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Right? What is that teaching that poor little being? That their feelings of pain, sorrow, hurt, doesn't matter. They're okay. Brush it off. Get back up. And yes, I'm a big believer. There are times and moments for those expressions as well, but not all the time. Not in an autopilot of, let me take away your feelings. Let me help teach you that your feelings are not valid. So choosing to love every experience that life has to offer. I choose health and vitality. This is one of my favorites. I'm a health and vitality coach for a reason. Health and vitality is at the core of all of our subsystems. We can be the predominant creative force. We could be loving our life, but if we are not putting our focus to our health and vitality, then we will not be able to have the energy levels needed to really be living at our optimal state. We want to learn how to connect to our inner power and our physical being and really tune in to creating our own natural healing, to allow our body to do what it has been designed to do, which is to take care of us, to heal us. Our bodies have the power to do this if we give it the time and space to be able to. And the last is to choose to live your true nature and full potential. You'll hear some of the coaches have this one as true nature and purpose. I believe that we can live many different purposes, and I want to be living my full potential. So this one is a little spin on it. It's not quite the same. And you'll notice that about any coach that you work with through this work is everybody has their own little take on it too. And everybody's just so beautiful from their heart on where they come with those little spins. So I just want to make sure that we're really living in alignment of your fullest expression and the real why of where you're here. And that's kind of a little bit of what I was saying with the bucket list generator too, right? Originally, I could create this bucket list generator from an egoic state or a programmed state of believing what I should be doing. I should be working 9 to 5. I should be married. I should have 2 kids. I should, right? Or we can be living from a place that we have been able to look inside ourselves and see. And that's where I, in all honesty, was finally, after years and years of anger management programs, and I kid you not, I think my family was about to disown me because there was no amount of money they were able to pay into counseling that was able to soothe my anger. I was an angry person. And every person that tried to help me through my anger flared up in, who are you to tell me what I should think with your knowledge of whatever? And the day I found transformational meditations, which is another thing that you'll get to explore through these programs, is transformational programs allow you to seek your own answers from within, allow you to go into your heart, to go into your core, to help quiet your mind so that you can connect into that unified field and find answers that you would have never even imagined were there. The power of a true choice. What is a true choice? Another paradigm that many of us have been taught over the years is to have a goal, a dream, or a wish. And I believe that those are all in the same category as the wise Yoda would tell us, that there is no try, just do. And that's the difference between a choice versus a goal, wish, or dream. A goal, wish, or dream still sit in this category of like, maybe I've got a goal that I'm going to try to achieve. Instead of saying, I choose to live a life I love. I choose to have a healthy, vital life, right? Making that choice, announcing to the universe that there is nothing else other than this choice that you have decided to make. Your choice decides your future, and every step you take determines your reality. And everyone is worthy and deserving of being able to live from the state of these core 4 I just shared with you. So through transformational meditations, you can condition your unconditioned mind to have the ability to accept and receive the true choices you desire. And that's really what this whole program that you'll be working with your coach and using this magnetic life map together to really be able to explore is, what is your true choice and your true desire? So I will be giving your coach access to a transformational meditation. You may have already experienced this one as well. Some coaches call it the land of plenty. I call it the true choice exploration. This is one of my favorite pictures because it really is a meditation that's just going to take you to a place that gives you a space to find your limitless growth potential. Just a place that's comfortable, that's yours, that's sacred for you to be able to go plant seeds, explore what's already grown, see what's there. Each space is going to be uniquely yours. Not only will you be able to find this in your Google Drive from your coach, but you are also going to be added to a Facebook group if you're on Facebook. And if you are not on Facebook, we do have an online portal. I'll give you the web address for that at the end. We do have an online portal where any replays and any extra materials will be loaded there for you as well. So the true choice exploration, I realized in my excitement to be here today, didn't put us through one of our closed-eyed exercises already. Because I was just about to tell you the true choice exploration builds right off these true core choice explorations that we've already done. So we're going to come back and take a few minutes and explore, how do you find what a true choice looks like within these core 4? So I'd like you to get into a comfortable spot. We're going to do a little closed-eyed meditation. In your magnetic life map, you will find a space where you will explore these daily. And it's just a 3-minute meditation or less for each one. And I'm going to show you how simple it is. So in your comfortable space where you are, allow your eyes to close, taking a big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, setting the intention for deep relaxation. As you set this intention for deep relaxation, follow it with 3 big breaths. Now I want you to think of the first core choice that we're going to explore today, which is choosing to be the predominant creative force in your life. Take a moment and repeat this sentence in your mind. I choose to be the predominant creative force in my life. Now I want you to allow yourself an image to build. What does this statement mean for you? What does it mean to be the predominant creative force in your life? What does that look like? Feel like? Really paint a picture. What actions are you taking? What environment are you in? Once this picture is painted, I want you to take a moment and really feel what it means to be the predominant creative force in your life. Now, taking that image, I want you to pull yourself all the way back to where you are today, sitting in this spot, present, now. And in comparison to that visualization you just saw, how is life different today? Then ask yourself, ask your own intuition, your own heart space, what is one step or action you can take today to put yourself on that path to being the predominant creative force in your life? Once you have that action, open your eyes and write it down. To put yourself on to this new reality that today and tomorrow are one and the same, taking action to this one small intuitive step is a huge piece to helping those realities realize that they're one and the same, that you can create that visualization of that future you. You can step back to where you are today and ask for the one simple step that you need to take forward. So as we continue to use our magnetic life map, the morning ritual has this little practice in it. And then the daily intentions has a priority box, has 3 priority box. And I'll continue to teach you as we go over the weeks, these kind of steps. But for me, the way I use mine is I do these 4 visualizations every morning, and I set them in my priorities for the day. What those 1 action steps are that come out of this visualization or my one action step for each day. So we're going to do another. We're going to do, I choose to love my life. It's the same thing. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in. Set the intention for deep relaxation, followed by 3 big breaths. Now this time we're going to explore the choice. I choose to love my life. Choose it. Feel it. Build up that picture of what loving your life looks like. Where are you? Who are you with? What actions are you taking? When you have this picture fully painted, really feel it. The feeling is the important part of this connection of making it real now in your mind. Come back to today with that image in your mind, and in comparison to that visualization you just saw, what is life like today? And ask for your one step, your one action to lead you in that direction. Awesome. And we still have time today, so we're going to do the same thing just so you can see how quick and easy it is. And you'll have 4 beautiful action steps to take you into your Sunday evening or Monday morning for some of us. So the next one, I choose health and vitality. So we're going to close our eyes. I love setting the intention, deep relaxation, 3 deep breaths. It creates a programming, a shortcut into your mind so that you can access that deep relaxation. 3 big breaths. I choose health and vitality. What does it mean to be in control of your physical health and your energy levels? What does it look like for you to be at your optimal state of being? Really painting that picture. The actions you're taking, the people you're with, the places you are. When you have that picture painted, really feel it. Feel it deeply. Then come back to today. No judgments, just taking a comparative check. of your life today in comparison to that, and asking your intuition for your one step that puts you on that path. Awesome. Okay, last one. So closed eyes. Big breath in. Setting the intention for deep relaxation, followed by 3 big breaths. Now we're going to explore our final choice of I choose to live my true nature and full potential. What does this look like? You living in alignment with your fullest expression. Do you know your real reason on why you're experiencing this journey on earth? And some of us might not. If you have a picture, perfect. If you don't judge it. You continue to explore this space, but really build up the feeling around what you see. Living your true nature and full potential. Then come back to today. Creating that tension, that comparison of what life is like now. And asking your intuition for your one small step. Might not be a small step. That's not a fair statement. Your next step. This was my most difficult one for me to explore. What was my true nature? It's really interesting because they've actually started changing the educational system in Finland so that children can start exploring their true nature, and that educators will listen to them at a younger age when they say that they love to bake or paint, and really be able to enhance and facilitate that. We spent so many years in our childhood dreaming about what we wanted to be. And then most of the time, most of us made a pragmatic decision for what we wanted to be. And so this gives you a beautiful opportunity to be able to come back and really explore that. So this moves us forward back into our true choice exploration. It's going to be part of your homework for this week, because you cannot create a magnetic life map unless you really have an understanding of your true choice and where you want to go and what's true to you and what choices you want to focus on. So there's a meditation that you will be given so that you could go into your land of plenty and really explore what's there for you. All right. And then in the magnetic map, you will find a page that looks like this. So this is just a blank space for you to be able to go and explore, write it down. I'm a big believer, don't just think it, ink it, because as soon as you put pen to paper, it helps start building that reality, right? It starts putting some realism just to be able to see it in front of you. So as you explore your true choice exploration, and what I really love about having it in one area is it's going to continue to grow and change over time. And getting ourselves into a nice harmonious cycle of understanding that there is a process of planting a seed, giving it what it needs for it to be able to grow, witnessing the growth, and then being able to celebrate the reward, the abundance, the return of that growth, and then giving time for rest and recovery so that you can be ready to plant again. So really use this place for you to be able to come back. When you're in your land of plenty, it could be symbols, smells, feelings, visions. There is no judgment. You are in the creator space of your own creation. And I'm sure your coach will help you through the process as well. Moving on to the next. So what do we do with all this information? Right, great, we go exploring. And depending on what coach you work with, all coaches are very different in how they explore the land of plenty. Some programs out there will spend almost 6 weeks exploring your land of plenty. Some other programs will just lightly touch on them once or twice. And I've been in other programs that don't even get you going into your own space. So no matter how you get there, whether it's the land of plenty or other processes that your coach might work with you on, you're going to be in the hold of a whole lot of new information. And what do you do with this? This was where my overwhelm came. And I am so grateful for this beautiful little tool. It's such a simplistic tool, but in all honesty, it had such a big impact for me. So the bucket list vision create or big life vision bucket list creator is just that. It's 24 spaces. You can have more or less if you really want, but I put 24 spaces in there. No judgments, no filters. Just go through, fill out all the things you wish you could experience or accomplish in your life. My 3 last year were hunting, skydiving, and writing my life mapper. Right? And that was just a brain dump. And then I realized that as I filled all of this out of the 24, I think visiting different countries filled up 16 out of 24 of these things. So no filter, no judgment. It could be to get your degree, to buy a horse, to experience eating bugs, like whatever you want to put on here. But go and place 24 things in here, no judgments, no filters. And then once you're done with that, this is one of my favorite quotes. We need to operate in a world that doesn't exist, but we believe it will. Right? There's so many examples. If you've taken one of the intro sessions for the Magnetic Mind Method, there are so many examples of things that 100 years ago didn't exist. AI, our handheld telephones, flight, a year ago or 100 years ago, none of those things existed, and people believed that they never would, right? And here we are, standing in a whole different place where we have supercomputers in the palm of our hand, where truly my mix-up statement of a year ago could be a truth. A year ago, there was lots of things we didn't have that we do have now. So just believing that you have the power to create whatever you would like with the right structure and the right supports in place. So after you have those 24 items, you're going to come back here and you're going to plot them out. So what are the first 2 that you want to achieve this year? And then what are the next 4 you want to achieve over the next 3 years? And that's my last 10 years. I better be retired because it's just filled with countries to explore. I won't have time to work unless I'm doing conferences or something, maybe. So allow the limitless potential to be there, to really be able to create whatever you want. So this is a little different than the magnetic life map that you have already been given in your Google Doc, but as I realized the magnitude of what's in there, and that many of you are just starting to work with your coaches, that it's really important that you have the foundational pieces in place. And the foundational pieces are understanding your true choice, your true direction. So work with your coach to really explore these. Work with yourself over the next week. Explore the land of plenty. Get in the habit of doing these little 3-minute meditations each day to just really understand what it is you're wanting to achieve in those core 4, so that you can really neutralize them and be ready to create true choices of your own. It's one of the practices in the Magnetic Life Map for you to create your own core choices as well. But a lot of the work really needs to come in these first core 4. It's hard to move forward if you don't truly love your life. It's hard to move forward if you are not the predominant creative force in your life. It's hard to move forward if you are not healthy and vital. So take time, really explore those. So summary, first steps towards taking that quantum leap into the 2.0 version of you. Explore your core 4 daily until you feel your future reality and your current reality are the same, that you are on that path. You're going there. You know where you're going. Learn about your true choices by exploring the unseen picture guided meditation that you'll receive. Start your big life vision and bucket list creator. Get connected with the community. If you're on Facebook, we do have a Magnetic Life Map group that you can join. I tend to take pictures of my stuff as I use my mapper and just put little thoughts and tips and hints around utilizing the tool. If you are not on Facebook, that's okay. We have an online portal that you can come and register for free, and the replays will be up there. And then show up again next week so we can continue this adventure of building your big life vision. If you have any questions at all, I am going to take questions now. But if you have any questions throughout the week, reach out to your coach, ask them. If it's anything specific to the map, please feel free to reach out and ask me. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the recording.